Hi, and welcome back to another AnyRPG Development Livestream. In these videos, I livestream the development of the AnyRPG Engine, a 100% free and open source role-playing game engine designed in Unity and written in C#. These videos are unscripted and give you a chance to take a behind-the-scenes look at the methodical side of software development. For more information on AnyRPG, be sure to check out AnyRPG.org, where you can find documentation on the engine and links to the source code as well as downloads of AnyRPG Alpha, a free game designed to showcase the capabilities of the AnyRPG engine. If you would like to see more of this type of content in the future, be sure to like the videos, subscribe to the Cohesion YouTube channel, or just leave a message in the comments telling me what you would like to see. In today's episode, we will be adding two-handed mace animations in preparation for allowing our NPCs to actually start equipping their weapons rather than punching people with them. The free assets that we will be using in this episode are the Melee Axe Pack from Mixamo, which is a free download on the Unity Asset Store. And even though these are axe animations, they're going to work just fine for mace animations. I checked them out and they all look pretty generic in that regard. They're just for like a big heavy weapon. We'll also be using the Strong Knight, which is a free download on the Unity Asset Store. And this Strong Knight actually comes with a dagger and a mace. We're not going to be giving him the ability to equip the dagger today, but we will be giving him the ability to equip the maul. Eventually we'll be giving him the ability to equip the maul. For today, we're just going to be basically adding the maul as a weapon in the game and then adding the animations attached with it because we don't have a two-handed animation profile available in the game yet. So I've gone through and in Unity I've downloaded and imported this Mixamo Melee Axe pack right here, and just went through and renamed all the animations so that we can mess around with them if we need to without wrecking the original ones and needing to re-import them. And the next thing we need to do is we just need to go find that maul from the knight, and it's there as a prefab in the knight's directory here. So once again, we're just going to make a copy of this. Yeah, okay. Unity is copying it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we're just going to call that the AnyRPG mall. Just going to call it the night mall because we might end up with more of these things in the future, so that'll just sort of remind us where it came from. And now we just need to basically make a holdable item and an animation profile, actually, and a weapon for this as well. So I guess let's start with what's a weapon that's close to it. The dragon blade is pretty much the closest thing. So that's the dragon blade recipe. Let's go to the dragon blade holdable object, and we'll just copy that, and then this will be the Night Mall holdable object. And we'll just put the proper prefab in there. And I guess, yeah, we'll just leave all that stuff for now, and if we need to adjust it, we will. I'll just see how that comes out because this was already for another two-handed weapon, so who knows, we may get lucky and they may have like similar pivots and such. So now we need to actually go make a weapon for this. So let's look for the dragon blade weapon, which is right here. And we're just going to make a copy of that. And this is going to be the Night Maul. And for the icon, we have like just a ton of hammer icons in here. So what's a good one? Let's use this one. I like ones with backgrounds because otherwise, like these transparent backgrounds, I mean, they're cool and everything, but you gotta actually put a background behind them. So this Knight's Maul is a maul. Why don't we just call it like a heavy two-handed maul belonging to a strong knight. And the quality will be rare. We'll just sell it for 1 silver to begin with. The equip slot is the main hand, and right, okay, so what we're going to do here, now that I have finished the integration of the holdable objects, and I'll just go in and show you that because I don't think that I've demonstrated that yet. There we go. So if we jump into the game here, since the last game, I just went in and added holdable objects for basically everything in the game now. So the shield now has a proper spot where it'll sit on your back, and same with the sword or the mace or the dragon blade or the initiate's staff right there. So now that we have all those in there, we don't need these old references to their physical prefabs and stuff anymore, or the old target bone references, because these have all been replaced with holdable objects. So we can go in and we can just remove those things. So we just need to go down into the base class that actually contains that stuff. There, equipment. So going back there, we can get rid of physical prefab, position, rotation, scale, and target bone. And holdable object name is all that's required. And I suppose it would help if we removed those as well. Okay. Alright, great. So now we can properly assign the Night Maul there. And this thing, I kind of want the knight, like some of these attacks this thing has are really slow, but I want him to just like kick butt with it. So we're going to give it a damage modifier of like 50. I don't want the zombies to be able to just destroy him when they come out. I think it would actually be kind of cool to make him and the other paladin, like once they get their armor and stuff, like a lot stronger, and just have like hordes of zombies coming in rather than just one at a time. So that looks good. We're just going to set learned abilities for now. For now, just nothing is okay. The knight actually can't cast any abilities, and this really isn't meant for us. I mean, we'll be able to buy it and test it out, but it's really only meant for him. And then we're going to create an animation profile here in a second, and the weapon affinity is Mace two-handed. And we need a better hit sound for this as well. I guess for now we can just use, let me just check what we have here. I think the arrow 2 effect is what I'm using. Yeah, the arrow 2 effect is basically what I'm using for the hits for things that don't clang, because that was like a generic enough effect. Yeah, that could literally be anything hitting anything else that's non sort of metallic. So that's good. And now that we have the weapon with the prefab on it, we need to create an animation profile for it. So we don't have an animation profile for a two-handed mace yet. So we'll just go into our animation profiles here, and there they are. So this two-handed sword profile is probably the closest thing to the two-handed mace profile. So we'll just copy that out there, name it two-handed mace. Just get rid of all those two-handed sword animations from it. And rename that to two-handed mace. And then what we'll do here, 2H mace. And this not very greatly named animation profile nodes is actually where the attack animations are coming from. And for the most part, I'm just going to leave these actually at the two-handed sword animations. The reason being, let me just check and confirm here. You see these two-handed sword animations actually have velocity in them. And because they have velocity, our animator can calculate what the true velocity should be. So if my character's velocity is basically, let's just go straight forward here. If my character's velocity is 10 meters per second and the average velocity is 2.1 meters per second here, then the animator is going to make this animation play at approximately 5 times, just under that 4 point something times normal speed, so that the feet don't slide around on the ground because we're not using root animation. And unfortunately, those Mixamo animations there, I was just checking. I'll show you here. AnyRPG 2H axe. So if we look at any of the moving animations from the Mixamo thing here, and we can move through them, you can see the average velocity right here is always 0 in all of them. And that means that our animator isn't going to know what speed it should be playing them at, and it's going to just play them at a default speed, which is almost always the wrong speed because it just assumes like a 2 meter per second speed, which not a lot of animations are. So for that reason, basically all we're interested in from that particular profile is the attack animations. So I think there were like at least 8 attack animations in there. Okay, cool. So these guys, all of them right here, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't really want the kicks. We'll definitely do the combos though. So we need 8 animations basically. Perfect, so we've got 8. That's exactly how many we need. So we'll just throw all these animations into our controller, and what's going to happen here is these guys are basically just going to get cycled through, or I mean chosen at random automatically every time our attack cooldown is down. What was the last one that I used? Let me just pull that out a little so I can see. Downward was the last one. Okay. And so we'll also have to just go in and make sure that we've got hit events on these things as well. So that looks okay. Maybe combat idle. We might as well see if we can grab that one, because if we're just idle and standing there, two-handed axe, standing idle, two-handed axe, star idle. Do we have a? I guess that will do. And the rest of these are all basically like movement clips, and I don't think we actually, let me just check if we had a death clip in there, because I don't remember if we did or not. Whoops. Okay, we have a death clip. No, it looks like that pack did not include a death clip. Okay, not a big deal. It's humanoid, and we already have just fine death clips for our humanoids anyway. So that's actually pretty good. Now we just need to go in and ensure that those animations have hit events in them, so that our animation controller can send those and let us know when it's time to do damage. So we'll just open that up in the animation frame here. And let's see, he hits right there, about frame 30 is when we can do damage. Yeah, okay, cool. So frame 30. So we'll just go in here, tab over, frame 30, add an event, hit, and that's good. And now we'll do the same thing for the low. Let me just make sure we got low in here. Yeah, okay, good. And he hits about there, about frame, almost the same, frame 30. Let's call this one frame 29. Alright, and same thing, hit. And on the backhand, about, let's say, probably about there. Yeah, same thing, pretty much frame 30 again. So on the backhand, frame 30, add a hit event. And then our downward attack, about frame 25 he'll make contact, it looks like. And horizontal standing, let's looking at his hand here. Let's pull that out and make it a little bigger and easier to see. Okay, so the axe is on the top of his hand, which means it'll be making contact actually about there, about frame, yeah, 29. Okay, good. So go to frame 29, add a hit event, and now we can do the combo attacks. The combo attacks are going to have multiple hit events in them. First one, boom, frame 60. Just a second, is he moving forward in this? Oh no, he is. Okay. Actually, we're not going to do those combo attacks then, because I don't want anything where he has to move forward. It's got to be completely in place. He has to end up, okay, see that one's okay, because he ends up back where he belongs, or back where he started. The hammer's there. Okay, so he's going to make contact. Let's call it about frame 30 again. And then same thing, hit, and we'll check this other combo attack here. Oh, whoops, you know what? It's a combo attack. He probably makes contact more than once. Boom, frame 30, right? And then, pow. Let's look up one that's a little, okay. So, he's got the hammer. He's turning it around, whack. It makes contact right there, frame 31. And then he's still holding it in his hand. I guess right about there, it's supposed to make contact, frame 50. No, that's just a swing by. He doesn't actually, yeah, okay, I see. So he makes contact right there. Let's see. Boom. This is just like bringing it back around. I don't think he actually makes contact here. He just like getting ready to actually do the hit. There we go. Okay, boom, and frame 81. And then he steps back into place. Okay. So frame 81, we also need a hit event. And just a second, in the first one was the one he moved in, so we weren't going to do that. Okay, so what we need is the third one. Let's see if he ends up back in place. Okay, awesome, he doesn't move here. So we'll just check what frames we need to go to. He's holding the axe in his hand. He swings it around, makes contact there, about frame 31. He does like this weird grab thing, and oh, it was a weird grab thing, actually was like a backward stroke. Okay, that's an interesting one. Frame 31, boom, grabs it, and this must be a contact point here too, because it's a combo. 31 and 48, I guess. Boom. 31 and 48. Huh. Okay, sure. 31 and 48. We'll see how it looks. If we don't like it and it looks funny, we can always change it. Oops, oh, I need to actually click on that event. There we go. That's better. Hit. Okay, so we're using combo attack 2 and 3. And so what we want is to update this profile here and remove combo attack 1 by just deleting array element there. And now we have 2 and 3, which are the ones that actually have the hits and don't require him to move while he's doing them. So that looks good. So now we should just be able to basically go back to the Night Mall, and the Night Mall is a weapon that has a Night Mall holdable object and has the two-handed mace profile. So now actually all we should need to do really is just put them on our GM vendor. So we'll go basically in here and we'll just duplicate that last array element there and then add in the night mall. And then we can pretty much just go test that by buying this item now. So we'll save that. We did a bunch of updates to a bunch of scriptable objects, and then we should be able to load into the game. We'll try to buy that and see if it works. I'm just going to turn the sound off here for now. Turn the sound effects back up when we actually needed to test the hit. And perfect. So we actually have a character called Zombie Attack who's sitting right at the zombie attack, which is perfect because that means he's standing basically right beside the vendor that we need. And the zombie attack's happening. So let's go talk to this guy. And he's now got a night mall for us. And the night mall goes on our back. That's actually pretty good. Maybe just like a tiny little bit down. Although I think what we'll have to do, we'll have to adjust. Well, yeah, we'll actually have to adjust everything for the night because our night has a slightly different bone structure than our character. For now, though, we can still test the animations just fine. So what I'll do is I'll get this zombie to spawn again. And then I got the mace in my hand. Whack, whack, whack. Okay, good. Oh, this thing's like deadly. Wow, all the extra damage it does. Okay. Cool. Let's try that again. So this thing had basically 5 animations we could do, so that was combo 1. That looks like that was combo 2. That was the low hit, and he's gone before we can even make it to like a third attack. Maybe I should go aggro these guys over here too. Okay, cool. Let's attack them as well. Take all 3 of them on at once. Okay, regular attack. Good. Sideways spinning attack. Downward attack. Sideways double attack. Yeah, combos are working. Cool. This should be pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So basically what we need to do now is basically we just need to make the knight capable of actually holding this. And that, although it sounds like it might be a little bit trivial, is totally not going to be. It's going to require a pretty big refactor of a bunch of different systems because our equipment manager is on our characters, and our equipment manager is basically, it's a singleton right now, and we need to basically put the equipment manager on each of the individual characters. So this is pretty good for now. I think the title of this stream was Add Two-Handed Mace Animations, and that is exactly what we did. We added a two-handed mace. So I think I'm just going to end this stream here because the next part of this is a pretty big refactor to get the NPCs able to actually equip equipment. and I think I'll do that just like as a separate stream. So if you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it in the future, then be sure to like the videos or subscribe to the Cohesion channel, or just leave a note in the comments letting me know what you would like to see. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.